In the glittering constellation of the Jackson family, Janet Jackson shines with a unique intensity, her journey marked by soaring highs and profound lows. As a member of one of music's most legendary families, she carved out her own indelible legacy, faced with challenges that tested her resilience. From groundbreaking achievements to heart-wrenching controversies, including the infamous Super Bowl incident, Janet's story is an example to the complexities of life in the limelight. Born on May 16, 1966, in Gary, Indiana, Janet Demita Jo Jackson was the last of 10 children in the musically renowned Jackson family. Growing up as the youngest, Janet faced a world already shaped by the overwhelming success of her siblings, particularly with the Jackson Five's burst into the media. Such a household, though filled with creative fervor, came with its specific form of spotlight and individual crossings to bear. Living in the time's most decorated family name was not easy. From a tender age, the global stage's phantom always seemed to chase Janet, ready to scrutinize her following in her siblings' magnetic yet luminary quest for stardom. This compact software of accomplishments, easily mistaken for a cog, also generated an energy that crisscrossed the Jacksons' living web. Young Janet was under a non-registered yet high-stake outlay for success, crowded with so many decorated public yardsticks. Failing was never negotiated. Her beginning was an all-out bash at stardom, little room for growing errors, which didn't favor Janet. At 7, she put herself before the world, performing at the MGM Casino on the Las Vegas Strip. Coated with the sensation that evening brought was the vacuum of a formal childhood needed to replenish. Entertaining the fun-thrilled attendees, the profession stole the show. Janet couldn't fully nurse a traditional hard knocks from school or play with her webbed homescape. Joseph Jackson, the family patriarch, steered his children's occupations with a rigid hand. Though he strode them to their stately level acclaimed jobs, it also pivoted a path of public hearsay and family hurdles. Janet's interaction with her tightly knitted stardom was, least to say, well below perfection. Her experiences were dappled with some big wins. However, her respect for private life was a deliberate, hustled journey for voice. Public aspirations came ripe on the career farm, but a genuine review of personal strifes, in bond with life's charge to a coming star, led Janet to a face-off with decision times in the Jackson story. Weighty expectations shrouded the yarn of the sweet soloist and amazing woman, wife, and mother. Her work in films and television, early acclaim in her own craft, was sent up to plateaus where privacy was a beautiful sin. Launched at a tide that changed in grace and charm, it was cold, with revelations that steamed from family niches. Real inside decors emerged, and the onerous lessons from a Prince-themed youth grew into Janet, the world-lit charmer, implaned on her horror. A far sight, the first of a graceful woman, mother, and bard. Janet stepped gracefully, conquering her terms and living artful melodies. Yet her role in a job tickled by the mornings of Gary, Indiana, would see a fierce world mull the profuse call of ultralight. Janet's baby notes and newsy brochures, her art, a flight, saw vapors, sunny and metally. Her opening heart, a chapter from the unwrapped. The spotlight was endorsed, a taking, the medal, a serious tact in the 80s, milling the band. Janet Jackson, the harp, an arrow of undistilled crowns, and Gary, Indiana's bloom, perhaps in her looks, was the hewn model. The Michael, LaToya, and many loving glows bunched Jackson. A remit, soft on silkened drapes, and the textured might of her wavered but undeclined space, housing a school. It was a toast to the sweetest of beloveds. The shy singer with her wave, Janet Jackson, her very home. The rhythm of her nomenclature, teased by stilettos of wit, cradled by still frames, and vouched from golly meters on the reel, saw her music, wayward by winds, bricking on Jerry's and nimble accounts, in the decor of her visual. Janet swayed, culp, hip mill, R&B, dashy rock, and slangs of the gospel synth, a reveal donned by the roots of her august kin. Next, let's journey through the pivotal moments that shaped Janet into the superstar we admire. Don't miss how her quest for independence and self-identity forged the legend of control. Janet Jackson, the youngest of the Jackson dynasty, embarked on her journey to fame with a transition that was both ambitious and fraught with challenges. Starting her career in television with shows like Good Times and Fame, Janet faced the colossal task of stepping out of the shadows of her family's musical legacy to carve a distinct identity for herself in the music industry. Her early foray into music saw the release of two albums, Janet Jackson, 1982, and Dream Street, 1984, which, despite being professionally produced, failed to make a significant impact. These initial steps in her music career were overshadowed by the towering success of her brothers, particularly Michael Jackson, whose career was at its zenith. The pressure to live up to the Jackson name was immense, pushing Janet towards a pivotal moment in her career and life. The turning point came with the release of her third album, Control, in 1986. This album was not just a collection of songs, but a bold declaration of independence from her family's influence, particularly from the controlling management of her father, Joseph Jackson. Control was a manifesto of Janet's coming of age, her autonomy, and her personal and artistic growth. The album, produced with the help of Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, was a crucial and commercial success, spawning hits like Nasty, What Have You Done For Me Lately, and the titular track, Control. These songs resonated with themes of self-assertion and resilience, mirroring Janet's own quest for personal freedom. However, the path to self-discovery and success was not smooth. Janet's journey was marred by personal struggles, particularly with self-esteem and body image. The entertainment industry, known for its harsh scrutiny of female artists' appearances, exerted pressure that took a toll on her mental and physical health. Janet's changing appearance became a topic of public discourse, adding to the stress of living up to an impossible standard of beauty. Despite these challenges, she continued to push boundaries, both personally and professionally. Janet's battle with body image issues was a part of a larger narrative of her seeking control over her life and career. It was a fight not just against public perception, but also against the internalized pressures of fame and the expectations set by her family's legacy. Her music became a vehicle for addressing these issues, with subsequent albums like Janet, 1993, The Velvet Rope, 1997, and All For You, 2001, exploring themes of love, depression, self-worth, and empowerment. The shift from a child star in her family's shadow to a global music icon was fraught with personal and professional trials for Janet Jackson. Through it all, she managed to forge a path that was uniquely hers, using her music to express her struggles, victories, and the quest for control in a life constantly scrutinized by the public eye. Her story is one of resilience, a testament to the strength required to navigate the complex terrain of fame, identity, and personal growth in the unforgiving spotlight of the entertainment industry. Coming up, we will delve into the heart of Janet's personal life, exploring the loves and losses that have deeply influenced her art and soul. Janet Jackson's journey through love and relationships is as complex and compelling as her music career. Each of her marriages and significant relationships brought its own set of challenges and emotional dynamics, profoundly impacting her both personally and professionally. Janet's first notable relationship led to a secret marriage with James DeBarge in 1984. Both were young, with Janet just being 18 years old. The marriage was engulfed in challenges from the start, not least because of its secrecy. The relationship faced immense pressures, including issues related to substance abuse and the immense scrutiny of being part of two high-profile music families. The emotional toll on Janet was heavy, leading to the marriage's annulment in 1985. This experience left Janet wary of public relationships, shaping her approach to love and marriage in the years to come. Years later, Janet found love again with dancer, songwriter, and director Renee Elizondo Jr. Their relationship began in the late 1980s, culminating in a marriage in 1991. Much like her first marriage, Janet chose to keep her marriage with Elizondo a secret. It wasn't until their divorce in 2000 that the public became aware of their relationship. The end of their marriage was marked by a highly publicized legal battle over finances, further adding to the emotional distress Janet experienced. The privacy she sought in marriage became a double-edged sword, leading to public speculation and invasion into her personal life. In the later years, Janet's relationship with Wissam Al-Mana, a Qatari businessman, became public knowledge. The couple married in 2012 and welcomed their son, Asa, in 2017. However, this marriage too faced its challenges, with differences in lifestyles, culture, and expectations putting a strain on their relationship. By 2017, Janet and Wissam decided to part ways, initiating divorce proceedings. The separation, while amicable, was another chapter in Janet's life where the balance between personal happiness and public scrutiny was starkly evident. Throughout her relationships and marriages, Janet has had to navigate the complexities of love in the limelight. Each relationship brought its own set of challenges, from the need for secrecy to the pressure of external expectations. The emotional toll of these relationships, combined with the challenges of maintaining a public image, has had a profound impact on Janet. Yet, through each hardship, she has shown resilience, using her music and public platform to express her journey through love, loss, and self-discovery. Now, let's witness the resilience of a star under fire. What are the trials that tested Janet's strength and the controversies that shaped her legacy? The Super Bowl 38 incident in 2004, often referred to simply as the wardrobe malfunction, stands as one of the most controversial moments in live television history. During the halftime show, a performance by Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake ended with Timberlake tearing away a part of Jackson's costume, revealing her breast on national television. The fallout from this event significantly impacted Janet's career and public image. In the immediate aftermath, Janet faced intense scrutiny and backlash. The incident drew criticism from the media, public, and regulatory bodies, leading to a swift and severe response from the entertainment industry. Janet bore the brunt of the criticism, while Timberlake's career faced minimal negative consequences. This disparity in treatment highlighted a gender bias in how the incident was perceived and dealt with by the media and the industry. Janet was vilified and subjected to public shaming, whereas Timberlake was able to distance himself from the controversy relatively unscathed. The impact on Janet's career was immediate and far-reaching. She was blacklisted by major broadcasting networks, disinvited from the Grammy Awards that year, and saw her music pulled from radio playlists. The incident led to a significant downturn in her career, with subsequent albums and singles receiving less promotion and achieving lower sales and chart positions than her previous work. The unfair treatment and industry backlash Janet faced underscored the challenges female artists face in navigating public controversies. Rebuilding her public image and career post-controversy was a slow and arduous process for Janet. She issued apologies and sought to move past the incident, focusing on her music and acting careers. Despite the setback, Janet continued to release albums and tour, though the shadow of the Super Bowl incident lingered over her career for many years. The struggle to regain her previous standing in the music industry was a testament to her resilience and dedication to her art. Janet's experience with the Super Bowl incident and its aftermath is a clear example of the gender disparities in the entertainment industry. It highlights the challenges faced by female artists in managing their public image and the consequences of media scrutiny. Despite these obstacles, Janet Jackson's enduring talent and perseverance have allowed her to maintain a lasting and influential presence in the music industry. Stay with us as we touch on the tender moments of loss and love in Janet's life. Let's see how personal grief and the bond of family have shaped the woman behind the music. The loss of Michael Jackson in 2009 was a monumental event that sent shockwaves around the globe, profoundly affecting fans and, most deeply, his family. For Janet Jackson, Michael was not just an iconic figure in music, but also a beloved brother. The grief she experienced was both private and, due to the nature of their fame, intensely public. Janet faced the daunting task of grieving under the watchful eye of the media and the public. The scrutiny was relentless, with every move and expression analyzed for signs of her coping with her brother's death. This period was challenging for her, as it would be for anyone in a similar situation, but the public nature of her mourning process added an extra layer of difficulty. She had to navigate her grief while being a source of strength for her family and dealing with the expectations of fans and the media. During this time, Janet leaned on her family, drawing closer to them as they all coped with their loss. She spoke about the importance of family and the support system they provided each other. It was a reminder of the Jackson family's tight-knit nature, despite the public controversies that often surround them. Janet also found solace in her work, channeling her emotions into her music and performances. She dedicated her performance at the 2009 MTV Music Video Awards to Michael, a powerful tribute that allowed her to express her grief and celebrate her brother's legacy. Her resilience during this period was notable, showing her ability to navigate personal tragedy while maintaining her professional commitments. Furthermore, Janet became more open about her feelings and the impact of her brother's death in interviews. She shared her struggles with grief and the ways she found to cope, including focusing on the happy memories and the love she had for Michael. This openness helped humanize her experience, connecting with others who had faced similar losses. The death of Michael Jackson was a defining moment in Janet's life, testing her strength and resilience. The way she handled her grief, with grace and determination while under public scrutiny, speaks volumes about her character. It was a period marked by personal reflections, a deep sense of loss, and a commitment to honoring her brother's memory. Through it all, Janet's coping mechanisms, leaning on family, immersing herself in work, and opening up about her feelings, were vital in helping her navigate through one of the most challenging periods of her life. Coming up, we celebrate the enduring spirit of a music icon. See how Janet Jackson navigates the ever-changing music landscape and balances the joy of motherhood with her illustrious career. As the music industry evolves, artists face the daunting task of staying relevant amidst changing trends and audiences. For Janet Jackson, this challenge was compounded by her legacy as a member of the illustrious Jackson family. Despite her success, Janet navigated the shifting landscape of music, striving to innovate while honoring her rich heritage. Balancing this with her personal life, especially after becoming a mother, added another layer of complexity to her career. Janet's journey through the music industry has been marked by her ability to adapt. After the peak of her fame in the 80s and 90s, she continued to release music that pushed boundaries and sparked conversations. Yet, the fast-paced change in musical tastes, the rise of digital streaming, and the saturation of the market with new artists meant that Janet had to work harder to maintain her place in the industry. Despite these challenges, she never compromised on her artistic vision, releasing albums that tackled social issues, personal growth, and empowerment. Her performances remained high-energy spectacles, showcasing her enduring talent as a dancer and entertainer. Motherhood introduced a new dimension to Janet's life and career. In 2007, at the age of 50, she welcomed her son, Asa. This joyous occasion marked a shift in her priorities, as she now had to juggle the demands of being an international music icon with her responsibilities as a mother. Janet was open about the challenges of this balancing act, discussing the joys and difficulties of motherhood in interviews. She managed to integrate her new role into her career, scheduling tours around her son's needs and often bringing him along. This period showed Janet's resilience and her commitment to both her family and her fans. Reflecting on her legacy, Janet has often spoken about the weight of the Jackson family name. Living up to the expectations set by her siblings, especially Michael, was a significant pressure. However, Janet carved out her own niche, becoming an icon in her own right. Her influence on pop and R&B music is undeniable, with a string of hits that have left an indelible mark on the industry. Yet, she remains humble, attributing her success to the support of her family and her fans. Her legacy is not just in her music, but in her activism, her pioneering efforts in music videos, and her role as a trailblazer for African American women in entertainment. Despite the hurdles, Janet Jackson's career in the later years has been a testament to her talent, perseverance, and adaptability. She continues to tour, releasing new music that resonates with both longtime fans and new listeners. Her induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2019 was a recognition of her contributions to music and culture. Yet, Janet remains focused on the future, exploring new sounds and projects, and dedicating herself to being the best mother possible. Next, we take a moment to reflect on the price of fame and how it has sculpted Janet's journey. Don't miss this intimate look at the challenges and triumphs. The journey to stardom comes with a price, a reality Janet Jackson knows all too well. Her life, marked by incredible highs and undeniable lows, offers a glimpse into the personal cost of fame. This cost includes the loss of privacy, the weight of expectations, and the constant scrutiny that accompanies a life lived in the public eye. For Janet, these challenges were not just personal battles, but also reflections of the broader issues faced by women in the entertainment industry. Women in the spotlight often navigate a tightrope of public perception, balancing personal authenticity against societal expectations. Janet's experiences, from her marriages and relationships to the controversy of the Super Bowl incident, underscore the double standards and gender biases that persist in media and culture. Her resilience in the face of these challenges is commendable, yet it also highlights the need for greater empathy and understanding towards public figures. Janet's journey encourages a conversation about the complexities of fame. It reminds us that behind the glitz and glamour are individuals navigating the same emotions and challenges as anyone else, albeit under the magnifying glass of public scrutiny. Her story is a call for a more compassionate approach to how we view and interact with celebrities. It's a reminder that, at the end of the day, they too are human. Janet Jackson's legacy is not just one of musical innovation and success, but also of enduring strength in the face of the personal cost of fame. Her life serves as a mirror to the broader issues in the entertainment industry, especially for women, and shows the importance of empathy and understanding in our interactions with public figures. Janet Jackson's life story is a powerful narrative of resilience amid personal and professional trials. Her remarkable ability to overcome adversity and continue contributing significantly to music and culture highlights her enduring legacy. Despite the challenges, Janet's impact on the entertainment industry remains profound and inspiring. Celebrate Janet Jackson's resilience and legacy by engaging with her music and sharing her influence on your life. Join us in honoring her enduring impact.